Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it. But I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly... Certainly, Cap. What would you like to hear? A neutron walks into a bar and asks, "How much for a Rizzo's rum and something?" Leering, the bartender replies, "Now playing a..."
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice.
My pleasure, Captain. As you wish, Captain. See you soon, Cap. Destination reached. The groundbreaker.
Can we talk? Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson? I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing a... I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff. Thanks, Captain. Did you want to talk about something else?
Smells like grease and unwashed bodies. Just as I remembered.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick, I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses? He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little backbait brat?
Hey, no offense, but I don't think this walking cell tuna can's gonna appreciate you interrupting.
Keep talking, Millstone. See, now's not a...
So?
You must really want a truncheon through your teeth. Do what you want. I'm done here.
Whatever you heard, it's all true. I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night... Exactly. I was only doing what any selfish... Look, this was a long time coming. Guy... Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation. Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than... Hey, not for nothing. But I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it? Captain of the Unreliable. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time. Felix Millstone. See you around.
Just arrived? Head over to Customs. Wheeler needs to process you.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
It's not the best choice.
Identification, please. Everybody's got an ID. Oh, let me guess. You, left it in your other pants? I hear that one a lot. You've got a ship, but you've never visited Groundbreaker.
Sure did. And now we're in.
Well, welcome to Groundbreaker. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until...
Well, isn't this wonderful?
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it. Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays there. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important. You take the starch out of him? Well, oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged... Much. Is there anything else I can help you with? The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go. Make sure you bring an empty belly. He's friendly enough unless he's... Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison. Really like...
Don't see what's so wrong about liking cereals. They're fun.
Udom takes it to an, unhealthy... Most places are on the prom... I got a preference for... You need anything else? You let me know. Maybe 2. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though. Commandant Sanita might have... Chief...
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they...
Happy to help.
You're real good.
Well, thank you, miss.
Can we move this along? I have a certain, matter I'd like to attend to, Captain.
All right. Be seeing you.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with.
chores in Spacer's Choice. It's not the best.
In a jiff.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time nor loitering. Got a hot one for you, Captain. Allegations include several counts of flying under the influence, carrying open alcoholic containers, failure to pay docking fees, resisting arrest, and assaulting not one. Dreadful, ain't it? It's true enough that he ain't particularly deadly. Last tip we got pointed toward the back. You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. So, I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Good luck and skip speed to you. Do I look like your gossipy best friend? While I'm on post, I take my duties real serious. I would have no qualms whatsoever escorting you to a cell. Understand? I'm not here for a chat. Now get moving. We're the security force here on Groundbreaker. The original folks started calling.
Hi there. Haven't seen you around. What can Groundbreaker security do for you today? We can't just let anyone walk in here. I wouldn't be... Maybe if you clear an open bounty and get in good with Commandant Sunita, or help Chief Tennyson fix this heat, that might warrant a thank you tour or something. All right. Chief Ten... Anything else I can help you with, ma'am? This is... If you're here to report a crime, you'll want to... What can Groundbreaker security do for you today? Yeah, Maybe... I'm not allowed to file stuff, ma'am. Oh, right. Okay. Mind you don't touch nothing. Fees or no, the other Mardets won't take it kindly.
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. We're hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice. Said his name was Graham?
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters. Now I've heard everything.
You know, it's more muscles to frown than to smile.
Who told you that?
Carry on.
There it is. Just yank the drive, and I'll do the rest. Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up. Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight sal... Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish to avoid the authorities? I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but when you've spent...
I don't have time for this.
Got my sights on you. How goes the hunt? I've been ruminating on it, and I decided, if you ain't killed McRed yet, nothing excessive, mind you, but the scoundrel deserves a light beating at least before he kicks.
Huh?
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Now with 12% more crunch.
You been flying the Outer Systems route lately? Deader than a spaced matapillar out there.
Traffic's down all over. Even the inners are holding on to their manufacture. Exports are way down.
I know one crew, their skip drive burned out. Couldn't get a new one.
Something the matter?
CNP Borstwurst. It's not the worst.
Sublight for life. The corporation's never lifted a finger for me.
You look like someone who's taken their share of cuts and bruises. Need some armor? We also have a line of specialized melee weapons. For itching to whack someone over the head? Everything I sell is fresh from the forge. Technically, the metal formed billions of years ago, but it's freshly in this shape. Not me, but it's in my blood. After the crossing, my family worked Eridanos, indentured to the corporations. Not from around here, are ya? After leaving Earth, they worked a local gas giant from a floating refinery. Dangerous work. I was born into corporate labor, but I'm the first one of my family to buy my way out. That's why I settled on ground. Everything I sell is fresh from the forge. Technically, the
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king. Look at this ripe piece of meat. Time to feed the flick.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is...
Speaking for myself, Captain, I am not of a mind to be murdered by a psychopath who plays with...
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain. I know this ain't a toy, neighbor from above. It's a catalyst, just like me. Keep talking. I like the sound of your voice. Listen to the fire of those convictions. Alive or dead? Rare or medium? What's it gonna be? How do you want me cooked, bounty hunter? By flame? Shit. Little Flick here got me started on the pyro path. Fine. He's yours. Give him a good home.
Don't worry, Mr. McRed. We'll treat Mr. Flick extra nice on account of he's your friend.
You call your lighter Little Flick?
I'll miss my baby Pyro. but it beats losing my head. This court needs its king. Keen eyes you got there. Sunita gave me this lighter. We had a carnal understanding a few years. Lay it on me, boss. Ship got him. That's bureaucracy for you. Piracy. Am I your dark reflection? The second floor is my place. Off limits to the likes of you.
Sorry about the heat. Oh, a lot of slogans to keep track of. Sometimes I forget. Have a look. Looking for... Don't take my... Heard of it. My orientation aether wave showed that famous Saltuna cannery, which I'm sure smells as good as it looks. That's a spacer's choice beer. Take what you have. So, what can I get you? Some soap? Everyone loves soap.
Or has it been better than usual around here?
Not your whole family tonight.
How goes the hunt? I've been ruminating on it. Nothing excessive, mind you, but the scoundrel deserves a light beating at least before he kicks off. Here's the bounty payout. Nice work down there. With any luck, we can hire more sharp-eyed bounty hunters like you in the future. With that bastard McRed dead, there ain't much else in the offing. Not that I'm complaining, mind you.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch. Anarchists live as one with the animals, lawless, savage, and unemployed. The board's embargo ensures that nothing can leave the port except our hard-working citizens. This is Halcyon News, reminding you that there's no I in news, no we in Halcyon, and no Mercury in Saltuna.
Rizzo's Purpleberry Punch. You want a punch? We've got your punch right here.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
Carry on.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a... You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You would... Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside... Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea. She sent me a recording of a distress signal. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the... If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs. The more we got the corps fighting each other. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done. Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tech. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but... Yes, dearie? Take that darling... Shouldn't be too tough for a lad. I found a handsome ceramic...
I'd work just for the cookies, but Gladys insists on paying us in cold, hard bits.
Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following station. Remember Auntie Cleo? Because she...
Damnable thing about living on a space station. No pigeons to
Who
feed.
took your temperature? When you were hungry, who gave you a needle full of love? Auntie Cleo, that's who. Have you given your auntie a hug today?
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. Sorry. Business... Didn't quite catch that. You'll have to speak up. Glass ear? Sorry, there's a lot of static on my end. Nothing to fear. Sorry again. The sound of Groundbreaker's engines has really got to me over the years. Huh? What? Huh. Now that I heard. Of course, I try and steer fine as long Chief Tennyson holds the ship together. Our Chief Tennyson has an independent... There's a reason our local... She freely admit...
Are you listening to me, Emfuru? You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene. I'm sorry. See, Emfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jesse. Let me get one thing straight. As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. Be my...
What seems to be the problem? If only my other patients... The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records, if that's what you're implying. Not without dispensation from Chief Ju... We don't have... regret... We'd nearly signed... Take care.
Good luck getting to Jessie, and better luck if you do. She's a real piece of work.
Something I can help you with? Take care.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're... If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service. He must be referring to Irion. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate. I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. Last he told me, he was taking... You look out, though.
Rizzo's mock apple cider. A hard cider for a hard life.
We got any more of that coagulating spray left? We got any more of that coagulating spray left?
Keep hanging around and... What can I do for you? You have...
What seems to be the problem? Not without dispensation from Chief June. Not without... Take...
CNP Borst Pockets. Can be back.
What can I do for? Don't take my word for it. See for yourself. Make a choice. Spacer's choice. Shit. Oh, shit. As the face, I'm bound to satisfy headgear. Oh, I'm having a stellar day. And not just because I'm... Sprat wash, mouthwash. Have a look.
Good luck getting to Jessie, and better luck if you do. She's a real piece of work.
But what? Mine's playing tricks on me.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Tossball finals are scheduled to air soon, but
Seeking relief from the heat? Till June Lay gets those radiators fixed, I've got the next best thing. Only the usual. The radiator... And we're all sweating buckets. Couldn't say. All I know is we're cooking in our own juice. They're supposed... Instead of the heat going where it ought, though, it seems... That's not for me to say. But if you're feeling the... There's nobody who knows more about this. She doesn't come around here. Nothing you need, and...
Impressive as always.
Someone there? Help! I'm locked in here! Check it out! Is anyone there? I can hear footsteps! Don't just leave me here! Is anyone there? I can hear footsteps! Don't just leave me here!
Nice. Thank you, stranger. Shit, ain't that a relief? You have no idea how good the air on Groundbreaker smells until you've been trapped in a tiny bathroom. Thanks again, friend. What usually happens on this partially pressurized... Well, actually two things broke. Time stood still. Ah, shit. That means I haven't clocked out in days. You're gonna shake me down after I was trapped in a shit-covered bathroom? Is that how it is? Fine. Here's every bit I've got. That enough for you, or do you want my shit-covered clothes as well? I will. Suppose it's time to reevaluate my career goals.
Incoming! Got him!
You're just that good.
Wondering what they do with their waste. I guess they just chuck it down here. Where's it all go?
That'll work, Captain.
Oh, you got that?
Incoming!
Everyone all right?
Great work. Hey, how'd you get back there?
How about I stay up top? You know, keep watch, okay?
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are board property. Disperse now, or I'll detain you.
You know that sound when you've snapped on an inject? I got a full line of weapon modifications I'd be happy. Why, it gets you the way.
All the better for performing a little...
Self-improvement.
Take your basic Deadeye assault rifle. Perfectly serviceable. What if you like getting in close and making a lot of noise? Extended ammo magazine and a barrel. Only most ships have a... no. Right here for a start. A what? So, what can I get you?
CNP pancake mix now requires no mixing.
Following that series? The Hunt for the Wimbro?
The pirate ship? I don't have to win for these cereals.
Sublight salvage. Their front looks surprisingly on the up and up.
You reckon we can shop? I had a question about your plan, Mr. Vicar.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping. You the one flying the Unreliable? Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door. Sure am. These days,
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the... Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come. At least one system on... It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate time.
Just like in the serials?
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested? I like that initiative, but ease back on the throttle. Gladys at the Rest and Go might have what you need. If there's anything else, be quick about it. Time is bits. These days, the scrap business all but runs itself. Gives me the... not all of our salvage is abandoned when we find it. Sometimes it takes a polite conversation and a shot across the bow. Thank you. I work hard to keep it that way. Hey, Sublight. I like to think of myself. Ask. Be seeing. Make this conversation work. I don't charge for... Ask. I don't charge for... Ask.
Salvage is a family business. We've got each other's backs. What the? What do you think you're doing? Consider this your warning.
We've got a fight on our hands.
Don't mess with me!
Go!
I don't want to die!
BNP, I can't believe it's not cool. It's unbelievable how good it is.
If you're here for this week's magazine club meeting, you're a touch late. What do you want, then? My hard-earned wisdom? Ask the common folk, and they'll tell you. I think they made some fool mistake that would make those... That's why we gotta keep them from getting their grubby... Probably claims he's transmitting from... That's... Though for how long, I can't say. They've all... But it won't work. Go right ahead, sweetheart. Groundbreaker's radiator. Miss Junlei's supposed to be getting... The board... They've all... But it won't work. No, ma'am. Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me. Here.
CNP pancake mix. That requires no mixing. Seriously, don't mix it.
Are those XF-411?
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sublet.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors. No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting. Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are... So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through. Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can... We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Wow, great! I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry. Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention. Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship. Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner. None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its... The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone on board, will be cooked alive. Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now. You must not have been here long. In Halcyon, new parts come by way of... That means I'd have to negotiate with the board. I've already given them the shops, the docking fees, and a damn embassy. Damn right. And while I'm captain of the Groundbreaker, it falls to me. I have. One of my... I can't afford to lose any Mardits on this job. No offense, but a freelancer like you is more dispensable. Nice and pragmatic. Thanks for understanding. Good. Once you've obtained the part... This whole deck smells like ass. Only gonna get worse if I don't get those radiators fixed. You're right, I don't. The board is after two things, bits and power, and they only get it by sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. I play too much of ground. You've got my frustrated. Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document fixes in a way that anyone outside the family would understand. You see any bite-sized Tennyson? The next captain will... Sure is.
They must have been amazing people.
That means a lot coming from a fellow engineer. Appreciate it. There was a... Maybe you can see why I'm protective of Groundbreaker. This ship is family. It's got to... You've got my attention.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the fall. Following story. Tossball.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your...
Hearty greeting, potential customer. Welcome to Auntie's Kitchen. May this unit dispense proteins for your ingestion. This unit is shock simulation non-functional. Shock simulation? How dare you? Shock subroutine complete. May this unit dispense proteins for beginning dispensing sequence.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
You'd think the board and its agents would be more content, sitting at the top of the system's food chain as they are.
If you're hungry, you've come. They're terror-fried to lock in the juices. You know what? Sprat meat is plenty tasty when properly prepared. But might be that this'll just as well. Near, long as you don't just as well. Fresh from the grind.
back bays are all the home we have. And the only home. Even the proverbial unwashed masses would turn their noses up at this place. Or cut them off.
Not another step in that direction, friend. Go. Shoot on sight, Jester!
Hasn't got a heart? Not like us. This place is falling apart.
Can't spell groundbreaker without broken. Oh, wait.
Incoming!
You're mine!
No!
On your left, Captain.
You've returned, and in one... Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator down into the machinery shaft. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's a slight mantipillar infestation. More than a few. We were salvaging parts.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship. You don't got a thing to worry about.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear.
Where the hell have you been, Private? You've missed 3 shifts without notice.
I was fixing that toilet you sent me to repair. The one above the Lost Hope?
That was days ago.
The fucking door! It locked behind me.
Keep your wits about you down there. I don't want to clean crispy freelancer bits out of the radiators again. Keep your wits about you down there. I don't want to clean crispy freelancer bits out of the radiators again.
Suppose it's time to reevaluate my career goals.
The controls are in the back of the machinery shaft area. Keep clear of the radiators.
Nice hit!
That's the last of them!
Good news? Song tells me the security mechanicals booted up and killed a bunch of mantis. Bad news. Diagnostic says their circuit boards are fused from the heat, so they're not too picky about who they kill next. Sneak fast if you can. Shoot back if you can. You can always fix them later.
Processing data. Investigate.
Here they come! You got one, Cap!
Halt.
We are victorious.
Security.
That's the terminal. I have the parts in position on my side. Go ahead and cycle the... Done. The temperatures are dropping. Stop by once you found your way out of there. Groundbreaker owes you thanks.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement.
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my... The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows. If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu to sell you our premium meds.
You aiming to send a message? If so, we best do it now while we still got time. Me? We're going offline in 3, 2, 1.5. Our primary... The events...
That'll put the whole...
We've got backup auxiliary relays, but the one currently in orbital range went offline some months ago. Yeah, but allocating the personnel loss for sending a technical team to the relay station... I should say no, but why not? Maybe you can figure out why it's offline. I'll send you with an equipment manual. Hopefully we'll get lucky, or I'll get my approval in time. Oh, and I'll need you to retrieve a copy of the relay's backup data. I gotta forward any messages from Earth stored in the memory. Better late than never, eh? The relays... I'm sure the station's... It's not like they're in hiding...
Groundbreaker may be a leaky piece of shit. But she's our leaky piece of shit.
Keep hanging around. What can I do for you? You have...
Good luck getting to Jesse, and better luck if you do.
Hello. Junlei called up from engineering. Now, is there something I can help you with? A better selection than you'll find on...
This is Halcyon News.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? I impounded Alex's ship, not yours. Well, I ask him to turn in Phineas Wells. He tells me he will soon. I impound his ship. He explains why he can't give me the info right now. I ask him to turn in Wells. Around and around we go. Right. You're going important places, I'm... There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all? That's... What? Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with? It's personal business, I'm afraid. Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. It's... well... What? I'm sorry? I'm quite certain I heard Wells. Phineas Wells. Huh. How charming you are. Indeed. And you know where he is? An apprehension of this caliber will be tremendous for my career. I'll send you straight away to my superiors in Byzantium, only... Just a teens... The thing is, I needed money. A lot of money, quickly, for reasons. I might have pawned my official board seal to Gladys, the...
Stray too much from the, straight and narrow?
To give away something so important to...
I'll thank you not to question my motives, young miss. It's only temporary, of course. So you'll need to get my seal back from her if you want to hand Phineas over to the board. That's really neither here nor there, don't you think? I've been working on something on the side, all right? Something not entirely, on the level. It's a little silly, I'll admit. Silly, and I produce bootleg serials. I can't help myself. Jurisprudence After Hours, or All My... And they're all...
That was you? Oh, my stars.
You're a fan? I've never met one in the flesh.
Oh, it's all right, Mr. Udom.
The heart wants what it wants, as they say, and mine yearns for the adoration of the masses. Held at a comfortable distance, of course. Flatterer. I might have pawned my official board seal to Gladys.
Stray too much from the, straight and narrow, and one...
I'll thank you not to question my motives, young miss. It's only temporary, so you'll need to get my seal back from her if you want to hand Phineas over to... Oh,
Arkin.
You can't say... Now, let's get... How do you do? Ah, how might I assist you? access. Then I might be able to pull some strings. What? How do you do? Ah, how might I? You've changed your mind? Fine. I can't grant you access to Byzantium without it. If the board learned of my foolishness, why... By the law, I absolutely Gladys. And if I refuse, she'll have those goons, a spicy little pickle entirely of my own making. Thank... I'll be waiting eagerly for your return. Now, is there any way in which I might assist you?
I find myself Something vexing you, Captain?
Groundbreaker's safe from melting to bits now. Lots of good people can rest easy because of you. Well, I didn't expect her to be so tall. What? No. You know how hard it is to find anybody who likes working with tools in a little town like Edgewater? I just met her. Did you... It's just...
Sometimes sacrifices must be made to stay aligned with the plan. Unfortunate, but necessary.
Rizzo's Knock You Out Bar. CCS 76 milk chocolate bar with caramel and pea-free nuts in it.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the...
Rizzo's mock apple cider. A hard cider or a hard cider.
Hey, bounty hunter. Nothing at the nothing.
What can Groundbreaker Security do for you today? Chief, her family's worked on their... I ought to warn you. Let's say... Now, if anyone asks, Sublight said... If something gets... You might... You must admit, there is a... People do... Oh, gets in my... Oops.
Oh, don't worry.
Can't speak for the captain, but... Awful generous. That's what I'm here for, man. I'm... Folks are... You have done a lot for us, Captain. I'll talk to the Commandant about scheduling a thank you tour for you. Maybe check back in a few days. All right, I guess. In and out, though. Just try not to do any shady stuff. I'd like to keep my job. What can Groundbreaker Security... That's what I'm here for, ma'am. I told you. You have done a lot for us, Captain. I'll talk to the Commandant. All right. Sure. And stuff. That'd be awful weird. All right. Less than there used to be. Fewer freighters passing. There's been a whole heap of good advertisements lately. What can Groundbreaker... That's what I'm here for, ma'am.
This is Halcyon News.
Hey there. You notice. What can I say? All their interest. Folks around here will blow. It's a... They got... We push...
The board.
It's a tough line to... Yep. Seems like every... Sure thing. Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Are you pulling my leg? Goes like this. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the... Glad to help. They strip... They're on the promenade, run relative... They aren't. All right. Be seeing...
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Remember Auntie Cleo? Because she remembers you. When you were sick, who took your temperature? When you were hungry, who gave you a needle full of love? Auntie Cleo, that's who. Have you given your auntie a hug today? This story brought to you by Halcyon News. All the news that's fit to broadcast.
Somebody was trying to fix this up, but looks like they ain't been here in a long while. Poor old sweetie. Here they come!
Everyone all right?
Rizzo Spectre Vodka. Aftertaste for rainbow.
Is it Mr. Wells, the fellow who woke you? How bad could he be?
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Hello again. You know, my government seal? Oh, yes, of course. How else might I be my guest? Ask.
It's almost time for today's episode of The Chairman's Children. Depends. What are you planning to do with it? You got a good heart. Frankly, I'm tired of Udom's whining. Don't kill me, please. And how's a woman supposed to read her new missives when her incoming folder's all cluttered? Here you are. Udom better stop pestering me about that damn thing now. Anything else? Anytime.
Do you have it? You know, my government... Oh, now then. I just have to apply the seal here, sign like so, and... Ta-da! Here are the forms you'll need once you reach Byzantium. Oh, and a nav key so your ship can travel there. Those authorization forms will let you speak with Sophia when you arrive. I'll send her a message straight away to let her know you're coming. She'll be delighted, I'm sure.
Where you been living, Captain? Under a rock? Miss Sophia's got to be the second most important person.
Yes, quite. Miss Akonda is just the person to take someone with... She can fill you in on all of the board's operations in the colony, really. Best of luck to you, and thank you again. Give my regards to the Unreliable.
I never thought I would see the gates of Byzantium. Never mind what lies beyond.
C&P chicken and potato. Rizzo's purple. Very much. A soft sour candy. Shell around the suck it, chew it, you can do it.
Do you know what's happening? Last I heard, the war was
Gracious. I was just sitting down for tea. Anytime.
Following that series?
Who wants to play an impromptu tossball match? No one? Yes. What's occupying?
You weren't followed, were you? I hope not. I don't charge for curiosity. At least, not yet. I ask. I don't... Very. I like to think of... Hey. Sub...
Hey, you got a second? Fancy running into you again. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me. Yes, just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired. Sure, an interview. That sounds fair. I mean, first time for everything, right? Mock apple pie and a tripicale crust? Maybe with a little cream on top? Classic. Are you kidding? I love a good... You can count on me in a scrap, boss. That's a promise. Thanks, boss. You're not gonna regret this. I'll just gather my...
You got a crew now.
Good. You're back. Not that I missed you. Assure you, I am not capable of such emotional capacity.
Hey, Captain. Can I get your temperature on something real quick? So, Junlei and I have been talking some. She sent me a poem. I don't know if I should read into it. Because poems are all symbolic and such, right? It's not so good. Oh, law. It's about this engine that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic comes by and... I don't want to get too hopeful, but... I'm wondering if maybe she's the engine and I'm the lady? It's a real romantic poem. Made my chest hurt. I don't know where it's leading yet. I'm not much interested in physical stuff. Never have been. At least, it's been a problem in the past. The folk who wanted to be with me back in the Vale, they said I was cold. Thanks, Captain. I actually had another message from Junlei. I just couldn't work up the courage to open it. But let's see here. Talking about old friends, got to thinking... Isabel? Who's Isabel? They were... close, Captain. Like, more than friends close. I don't know. Junlei talked about them like it was past, but how far in the past? Captain, I'm feeling all mixed up right now. Could we maybe head to the Groundbreaker? Get some drinks at that bar there? The Lost Hope? Maybe for you. I start thinking about all the things she could say and my guts start crawling up my throat. I'm full serious. Next time we're on the Groundbreaker, I aim to get a drink. If I got to, I'll do it on my lonesome.
Hey. Hey, be careful with those crates, huh? My cargo's worth a lot of money.
Well, you probably should have insured it.
Rizzo's lemon snap. Snap your whole family tonight.
So, how's this work? Do we get a table? Stand in a corner?
Interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Concerned citizen.
Okay, so... Oh, and don't worry on the price. I got this. Let's just do it proper. Well, that's fruit and such. Bought it.
I'm no expert on wine, but ain't you supposed to drink?
Oh, Captain. I'm pining for June like something fierce. What am I doing? You're funny. I like the... I don't know what to do about... us. Well, she talked about another girl, right? Isabel. Mentioned her by name and every... Maybe I've been making a right fool of myself this whole time. Maybe she's not interested after all. I don't know, I'd call it, sensual. That's... a lot. It did.
So, Parvati, you gonna read this poem for us, or do we have to turn down?
It was real long and rambly. She was telling me a story about her dad. This Isabel lady never quite managed to get her dad's approval, but they carried on anyways. Then it all went down the tubes. Do you think Junlei still has feelings for her? Well, maybe... I need another drink. Right now. Before I lose my nerve. Come on, Captain. I'm here to... Okay, maybe you're right.
Good thinking, boss. You just saved Parvati a whole lot of trouble.
Shush. Captain, I want to talk to Junlei all the time. Even about silly things, but... Figuring... Just... What if she's still got feelings for that lady, Isabel? What if we get together and... she gets bored of me? Well, I never... You know, that's... Well, it's tripped folks up in the past. Folks I thought cared about me for me. What if she's not okay with that? What if she is, but then later, she's not? What do you mean, Captain? So if I'm doing my very best to be... Gosh, I don't know that I got that in me. Sometimes I feel real mean inside, Captain. I think... ungenerous thoughts. Yeah. Well, Captain, this has been... This has been a whole lot. I got just... Wow. So much to think about. Do you think I should ask her on a date? All right. Okay. I'm gonna do it. Thanks for hearing.
You know something, Parvati? You ought to come drinking with the crew more.
Huh. Come on.
Hey you, where's my order? either of the assault cruisers?
Ah, your face is a sight for sore ocular processors, Captain. Or rather...
Hey, Captain. I hope I wasn't too much bother at the bar. Some of the drinks we tried I even liked, and I don't feel it today. I guess that water must have worked. I'm glad I had you looking out for me. I wouldn't mind having a drink again. I messaged Junlei when we got back, and she replied super quick. Okay. I was awake. I reread my message in the morning, and it was unclear. I was drinking when I sent it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had the courage. Also, sorry for the typos. Oh, you just... I've ruined things. I want to be honest with her, so if she feels the same about me, there won't be any surprises. Isn't she sweet? Like one of those two bear... I ought to go write her back. I mean, I already did.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Yes, Captain.
There's viscera and death everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing teeth. What?
Captain, we are now capable of accessing the Roseway landing. Also, corporate protocol. What part of the colony would you like to discuss? We're cleared to dock. If we're going there, please be sure all docking forms have been filed in triplicate and fees have been paid. The Mardettes take their docking laws quite seriously. Of course, what part of the colony would you like to discuss? How can I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes. I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber. Perhaps for an indefinite duration of time. When I simulate myself in such a scenario, I do not find it to be desirable. Traveling the system with you, Captain. Do you know what, as you may, in our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by... Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of a... Destination reached. Scylla.
This is real space, isn't it? Empty and silent. Never thought I'd see the like. I'd look up at night, but...
I only ever seen this asteroid on the pages of thrilling space adventures.
Outlaw.
What the?
You know, you didn't have to shoot me.
What was that?
You're dead!
Nobody messes with you, boss!
Tremendous work, friend. Here I was, ready...
Symptoms detected. Elevated heart rate.
I'm not terrified, you bucket of bolts. That's victory sweat. Wait, who's asking? Wanda didn't send you, did she? I swear, land on Groundbreaker even a moment... You tell her these automechs are coming, and sending a hired stooge to rescue me from certain peril only furthers my delay. No offense. Meds, I'm guessing. Pirates love bits, and unlabeled meds are worth a bundle. Supposed to be for the Groundbreaker, but getting shot tends to hinder one's delivery. Hey, who are you calling bootleg? I'll have you know, these are 100% genuine stolen drugs. Well, then...
Oh, I seen one of these before. This here's, Planet Maker Upper? Terraformer. That's the word.
Seems pointless, though. You gotta leave it on forever. And the pylons. Else the air just drifts off.
Welcome back. Do wipe the blood and space dust from your feet in the entry bay. Thank you. The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Were I a gambling woman, I'd wager your... I can't thank you enough. Keep hanging around. What can I do for you? Not sure why you'd want to, given the biohazard signs. Well, you did help me out. Sure, go ahead. Just don't...
There's a reason they got this place under quarantine, right?
For the last Ratdodon Rutton time! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you? What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty... I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine. Criminy. She really... Alright. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes...
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny... You, ain't with the board. See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear. Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when... Alright, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the Blood Tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the... If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to... Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent. Udom Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me. Thanks for helping me with the board. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh? Okay, gone quiet.
Any word on Jesse? Good luck. I'd go with you to see the board's rep, but I'm not great with soft skills. I'd go with you to see the board's rep,
How do you do? Ah, how might I assist you? Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases. That's...
Boss, you can't be serious. The board's got no right to just enslave another human being.
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has... What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate? You might be surprised. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work? Be my guest. A luxury stateroom, reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use. To serve as this office, ask away.
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At least you finally got your chance to square our debt. That ought to make you smile for once, huh?
Nothing makes me happier than being even. Except being right. That's nice, too. The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right? Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off. If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up another contract anyway, and you settled this in a... But we can say I'm repaying the favor if you prefer that version. She helped me win a bet. We were on a smuggling run planet side when our point man bet me I couldn't outrun a mantisaur. And, as you can probably guess, the thing was faster than it looked. Probably would have caught me if Jesse hadn't picked... Yeah, but the important thing is I won the bet. You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Captain.
Welcome to the crew, Miss Ellie. We're real happy to have you.
Something on your mind? I'm a surgeon by training and a pirate. Not much else to know, Captain. I like long walks on the promenade and the smell of Spacer's Corona. I make a mean zero-G cocktail and I've got a meaner right hook. It's a mix of whatever you've got on hand, usually zero-G brew. I'll make you one sometime. Well, that about covers it. Aw, come on. That stuff's boring. Look, the thing I've learned about... I'm all for making a... Sure do. There's a lot of business that goes... I've done all types... Glad to hear it. What gave it away? It's the hair, right? Or maybe the ammo belt? I had it custom... Got at... I've done all types of work. Not at all. Though if I can offer another perspective... Piracy's... And I meant it. I would... No complaints here. Something on your mind? I'm a Not much else to know, Cap. Sure. I have a... Okay.
When might we expect you out here again? Canned surfish is already sold out again.
Purple berry crunch, triple kale flakes, and purple berry flavored power nuggets. Now with 12% more crunch.
You see we had a conveyor pull in?
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest Aetherwave serial.
Oh my gosh, Felix, you got to hear this. Guess who the villain was in this week's Virginia Yang Girl Detective? Mr. Bertie Holcomb, that toss-baller!
That's the episode with Ruth Bellamy, right? Been meaning to catch that.
This Roseway business smells. Something tells me things didn't end well for the guy who made the distress call. And whoever or whatever got him will be waiting for us. What's there to know, Captain? Shady corporate town caught up in shady corporate shit. Tough luck for them, but maybe an opportunity for us. If you say so, I'm keeping a Anyway, we might... Something on your mind? I'm a Not much else to know, Cap. No complaints here.